Here it is, the official results for the bad gameplay contest. This video is going to be split into multiple parts, but first I just want to say a few things about the contest in general. Playing these entries was a nightmare. There were 362 submissions in total, which is 3 times less entries than the lobotomy contest, but it still somehow managed to be 10 times more draining. Maybe because of the many moments like this. Oh my god. Thankfully, I had the help of a friend, JPhoenix8309, who helped out a lot with qualifying entries. If your level isn't in this video and you think it deserved to be, blame him. He makes the best layouts of all time on his channel and TikTok, so I'll link them in the description for you to check out. Aside from him, I hosted this contest entirely by myself, completely solo. That's made the whole process very difficult, judging included. It turns out that scoring gameplay positively, the more it makes you want to rip your head off, makes for a bit of cognitive dissonance. It wasn't all bad though, and some entries were a lot easier to judge than others, particularly the ones that I literally couldn't play because of broken IDs. The most common reason for this happening was if you used a mod that allowed you to copy and paste images into your editor, because doing that gets your level automatically privated. This does make me kind of worried that there was a winning entry somewhere in the lost submissions, but as Nathan Pester once said, you have power of your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In the video's description there will be a link to a spreadsheet with every submission for people to try, just expect some not to work. I'll also put all the IDs for every level mentioned here in the description too. Now a lot of you are probably wondering if there'll be any prizes for the winners, and there will be. Third place will get the Norwegian Foot Whisperer role in my Discord. Second and first place will get a month and a year of Discord Nitro respectively, and all of the top 10 will get a role in my server they'll collectively get to decide the name of with my permission. You might be wondering, hold on, are all of these prizes Discord related? What if some people just don't have Discord? And my answer to that is... That being said, you should join the Discord if you're not in it. It's a really, really wholesome place. Lastly, before getting into some special awards, I want to quickly thank everyone for participating. The overall quality was much higher than the lobotomy contest, with a lot of creative and genuinely impressive levels. Some were definitely more questionable than others, but nonetheless, and despite all the pain you guys put me through, thank you. Now that that's all out the way, you can start the awards. And please take these very seriously. First up is the Scariest Boss Fight Award, which goes to Z40 with their entry Terribles. Their boss fight features Drake, which, needless to say, is terrifying. The next award is for the most emotional entry, which goes to Ace Distick's entry Bald Men. While at first this is just a pretty simple and humorous level, under the surface it's a nuanced commentary on the insecurities men face when balding, and the freedom that comes when finally shaving the dome for good. Next up is the award for Worst Music, which goes to Omega Gamer Epic and their entry Evil Hell Murder Scar. I'll just let this play. The most incomprehensible level award is pretty self-explanatory, and this is the abomination that won. I'm just going to show the ID and their username for this, but not the level name, for 2 reasons. 1, because they don't deserve it after putting me through this, and 2, because it contains a figure that is currently very, very controversial. The next 3 awards are all sort of connected. First up is the Worst Gameplay Award, but remember, in this contest, the worst gameplay technically means the best gameplay, because it failed to be terrible. Anyway, the most fun to play entry was Meow Meow by Bad Emo, winning them the award. This gameplay could actually be in a rated level, as long as the level was uploaded by Kernel. The Worst Decoration Award goes to Awesome Eevee, for their entry Error 404. This level genuinely looks really good to me. The gameplay is an abomination, yeah, but visually it's great. And now, the worst entrance to the contest, in both gameplay and decoration. Winner of the Worst Gameplay and Decoration Award with a total score of 1 out of 10 is Citadel of Shadows by NI85. This level is actually fun to play, and the visuals, while definitely not being good all the time, actually look really nice in a lot of parts. Finally, the last award I'll be giving out is the Random Entry Award. To decide a winner for this, I scrolled through all the submissions and picked completely randomly. The one I landed on was I Have Cancer by Virgil Cat. Good job, I guess. Now it's time for some honourable mentions. These are all levels that were very close to getting in the top 10, but either didn't score enough or got disqualified for other reasons. The first mention is for Cripensio99Crip, who submitted Silent Ice Hillscape. This is what the editor for this level looks like. It's an enormous maze with a ridiculous amount of paths and ways to finish it. It's actually surprisingly fun to route, which is part of why it didn't score high enough, but it was mainly because of the limited decoration. Also, the song used is the Yadagarasu music played about 50 times at once, and it's honestly kind of terrifying. While this level is super difficult and confusing, I still recommend you play this a lot because of the insane spectacle of it all. Speaking of difficult, the next mention is for the hellscape that is Black Dash's facility escaper. This monstrous creation was ultimately disqualified because after 30 minutes I couldn't get a single run through on practice mode, and I deemed it to be too difficult. I'm also pretty sure it's over a minute long. Still, I want to know if any of you guys can beat this, or even finish it in practice at all, so you should try it out. The next honourable mention goes to Peanut123 with their submission level entry, or entree, who let their 7-year-old sister decorate a part of the level. This backfired massively, because this is clearly some of the best decoration in the game's history. I'd honestly put this girl up in the big leagues, with decorators such as Blee and Zendagame. Now I'm just going to quickly list a few rapid fire honourable mentions that barely missed the top 10. Tree by Hydropiper, Mission 556 by YP Cursed Prop 12, They Watching Me by ColosalSUS77GD, Friendlyville by Digest Potatoes, Silent Tung Tung Land by iModdy, and We Are the Unemployed by Adam0821. Oh, and I also want to mention Cock Doug Seb, who submitted their entry 4 separate times. They were disqualified. Alright, so without further ado, here are the top 10. Do you see that? Do you hear that? That's not me. I didn't edit that into the video. Those are the top 3 entries, taking control. They're simply too powerful for this plane of existence. These submissions were all unlike the rest. I wasn't able to complete a full practice run for a single one of them, resorting to several start pauses, their mind-breaking gimmicks and the pain they caused being too great to bear. On top of that, I couldn't bot any of them either, due to their abhorrent use of the 2-player mode. I'm not exactly sure how these levels were created, or what ungodly forces spurred them into existence, but I greatly question the humanity of their creators, and strongly warn you of attempting the atrocities they've wrought upon the Geometry Dash servers. You may never be the same again, and so, it is with great fear, I reveal to you. And those are the results. As for the future of this channel, I'll try to continue uploading GD content like my Rage Game Platformer one, as well as live streaming too, which I'll actually be doing right after this video premieres. So subscribe if you're keen on seeing any of that, and join the Discord too if you really want to keep up. Seriously, it's a super welcoming place. I'm going to be inactive on YouTube for a while because I'm going on a holiday soon, but I'll still be talking there every now and then. Once again, thank you all for participating, and until next time.